Hey, it's Risa. Welcome to Pa and Risa's Kitchen. Today I'm going to be making a dessert, and it's a popular dessert this time of the year, especially if you're from the South. There's a good chance you're going to have it at your house this Thanksgiving, and that's pecan pie. Pecan pie is one of the easiest things that you can make. I'm going to go ahead and get started mixing the ingredients. There's no particular order. We just are going to mix everything together. We will add the pecans last. I've already got them chopped. How many of you have seen one of these before? This is a chopper, and I like to use it to chop my pecans for the pies because I like them chopped really small. But sometimes if you put pecans in the Ninja or a processor, it gets them too fine. But this seems to work really good. You just put your pecans in there and you turn it, and it chops them the perfect size for me. But anyway, this is really old. You don't see these around much anymore. But if you happen to ever see one, grab one and you'll enjoy using it. So now, let me say this. I have my pie shells here, and I do not pre-cook my pie shells any. Some recipes tell you to cook your pie shells 3 or 4 or 5 minutes before putting your pecan pie in there, but I don't do that. I skip that step. Mine have always turned out fine, and that's just one less thing that I do. But anyway, that's totally up to you. If you want to cook yours a few minutes, you can. And I'll say this too. I put foil, I tear off some foil, and I'll wrap around the edge of my pie shells. That way the edge will not get too brown before the pie gets done. And I was thinking the other day, I wonder if they make something for that. And they actually do. I saw it just the other day on Amazon, I think. But they make a silicone ring that sits around the edge of your pie shell. So I'm going to order me one of those. But anyway, just wrap some foil around it if you want to, and it keeps it from getting too brown before it gets done. All right. Now my eggs, I like to crack my eggs in a dish first instead of cracking them straight into my bowl, just in case I get a bad egg. I won't dump it in with my other ingredients. We'll go ahead and mix this a little bit and beat the eggs up. Let me add my Karo syrup. And the amount of my ingredients I listed at the beginning of the video, you can look and see exactly the amount of the ingredients that I use. This recipe was actually given to me by a really sweet senior adult in our church years and years ago. She's gone on to be with the Lord now, but she shared this recipe with me. I was really young, and I've used it ever since. It's just, to me, the best pecan pie. All right, that was my vanilla, and I'm going to add my butter. This is melted butter. I'm going to add in there. I didn't pour my melted butter right on my eggs because I didn't want them to kind of cook the egg any. So I added my Karo syrup in, and then I added my butter. Oop, I almost forgot the salt. Okay, I'm gonna just stir it and scrape the sides. So you don't have to mix it a long time. That might be about good enough. All right, so now I'm gonna stir in the pecans. Now this is a cup of pecans. I usually do a little bit, like a heaping cup. And I like to chop my pecans, like I said. You may prefer to leave your pecans whole. That's just up to you, your preference. I prefer them to be chopped. We like them better that way. Looks really good. And I'm gonna just pour this evenly between the two pans, or the two pie shells. You want to stir kind of as you pour, because the pecans will settle at the bottom, and you don't want the second one you pour in to get most of the pecans. So just kind of stir it a little bit while you pour it. And just eyeball it. Make sure you know, have it about evenly distributed. So okay, I have my oven set on 300, and this will take probably between 40 and 50 minutes to bake. I'll start checking it probably about 35 minutes. I'll take a peek at it. But the pecan pie will seem a little bit soft in the middle, and you may think it's not done, but as it cools, it's going to set up. So you just don't want to overcook it. You don't want it soupy, but it may look a little soft to touch in the middle. And we'll take a look at it and see, you know, when it gets that time. Anyway, we'll put this in and then we'll check it in a little bit. I get all my pecans from my mama and daddy. They keep me supplied with pecans. Which is really sweet, because I don't know if you've ever shelled pecans and picked out the pecans, but that's a lot of work. And that's something I never have to purchase. They work really hard and keep me supplied with pecans, so I appreciate them for that. But anyway, we'll check this in just a little bit. Okay, I think the pies are ready. Now it's been about 55 minutes. It took a little bit longer than I was thinking. So I'm gonna go ahead and take them out. And I don't know if y'all noticed what I did or what I didn't do. I forgot to wrap the edges in foil, but I just kept a watch on them and they did fine. They didn't get too brown. Okay, so we're going to let these sit here for just a little bit and cool, and then I will slice them and plate them. Okay, we're going to get into this and go ahead and plate it so we can give it a try. And while I'm thinking about it, if you enjoy watching my videos, go onto my channel and subscribe and share my videos. And if you try a recipe, I'd love to hear how it turned out for you. I'm gonna try to plate this without the crust breaking, which is kind of hard to do sometimes. Leave me a comment and tell me what one of your favorite desserts are to have at Thanksgiving. This is kind of not working too well, but you know what? It'll taste just as good as if it was cut pretty. Okay, there we go. I hope you enjoy, and don't ever forget how much God loves you.